What is up YouTube? Kate Robertson here, and today we are going to be filming a full day of eating at 4 weeks out from my IFBB debut. Before that, we are heading off. We've got a podcast with Nick, so we're going to quickly go get some cardio in, get the podcast done, and then back here to film meal one.
Okay, they still up in that beta stage. This should go and wake them up. 204
Yeah, with the man Nicholas getting ready in this beautiful area. Look at that moustache. Everyone just thinks the 16-20 week prep is where it's all done. The off season is where it's done. Like, I've been getting ready for the show for over a year. Like, Lane and I worked the whole off season to kind of get us into a great starting position. If you do that work in the off season, your prep's not going to be as fucking all this suffering and death that everyone thinks it's going to be. Like, I haven't really suffered. I've got in good condition. Like, right, we're back. We are here at Claire's house because we're going to have our pre-workout meal number one, and then head to training. So, okay, meal one pre-workout is made up of two parts. On the second part, I've got a little tips and tricks that I'm going to show you. But we have 60 grams of oats. Now, normally if I'm in a rush, I'll just do them in the microwave, but when you're on prep and you only get 60 grams, you want to make it as voluminous as possible. What we do is we do it on the stove, and that is going to help us get as much volume as possible. So we'll let that cook up. Going to stir through it and add as much water as possible just to give it that volume. We are hungry on prep, food is minimal, 60 grams is fucking nothing, so quite a lot of water in there to try get it as fluffy as possible, and I will show you part two of this meal. Right, while that's cooking up, we're going to start with part two. Now we get 45 grams of protein powder in this meal. So what we do is we put 15 grams in a little bowl, right? Here we go. So just a tiny bit, 15 grams. Now the secret is to not overdo the water. You want to add just a tiny bit of water. Stir it up. Right, making it into a nice little paste. It's a nice kind of runny, almost paste. Now what you do, tuck this in the fridge for 2 minutes. Oats are done, nice and creamy, nice and voluminous. See, look at that, look how much just fluffier and fuller they are when you do it on the stove compared to in the microwave. Make sure to get every last little bit. Ooh, that looks good. I'm getting hungry just fucking thinking of eating these. Alright, perfect. Now what we do is we get that, and then we get our remaining 30 grams of protein. We are going to mix that bad boy up before getting into part two. The trick is to not spill it, because I seem to always spill the protein everywhere when I'm mixing this up. See, some's already spilling. Ooh, look at that chocolatey goodness, and we haven't even added the best part to this yet. Oats are nice and mixed. Now while that cools, I will show you guys part number two of this meal. So what you want to do is get your blueberries, get some frozen blueberries, and get the chocolate paste that we mixed up earlier. And now I'm telling you, this is the best part. So we want to mix up 80 grams of frozen blueberries, right, in a little cup. And now we take the paste, which is just the 15 grams of protein, and we drizzle that over the blueberries. And as you get kind of halfway, just mix it all up and then drizzle the rest. I'm telling you guys, this is a prep hack. This tastes so good. It's like a chocolatey goodness dessert. Sometimes you can add some sugar-free maple syrup on top. I'm not going to, just because we're 4 weeks out now. I'm going to start cutting out all of those little extras, unnecessary extras. But look at that, the chocolate kind of freezes, the frozen blueberries freeze the chocolate, and that is just, fuck, that's so good. Now for the best part of the oats, peanut butter. Now, I love peanut butter. Luckily, we get a whole 25 grams of peanut butter. Now the trick is to get this one, because it's a little bit runnier, and you just drizzle it over the top of the oats. There we go. And then that is that. And there we have it, our 2-part pre-workout meal. Now, another little tip, everything with a teaspoon, everything. When the food is low, that's how you want to eat it. This is the best part. I kind of switch in between the two of them, but just look at that. Essentially chocolate covered blueberries. So fucking good. The macros of this meal is 48 grams of carbs, 18 grams of fat, and 52 grams of protein. So that's gonna be our pre-workout meal. We're gonna smash this, have a bit of a break. I will see you at pre-workout, and then gonna train a bit of back. And yeah, that's that. See you guys there. All right, pre-workout. As always, sour straps start us pre. The taste on this is what gets me through, man. Like, I just need it. It tastes like lollies. Those of you that know me know how much I love my sweets. So today we're gonna be doing like 1.5 scoops. Because I didn't really fucking sleep last night, so gotta get that in. So we got 1.5 scoops All-Star. We have 5 grams of creatine, and then the secret ingredient, pink Himalayan salt. We go like, oh fuck.
Oh my gosh.
The pump is going to be spectacular. Well everyone, I'll post photos of my pump because the sodium is fucking through the roof. The salt shaker just broke while I was doing that, so yeah, great. Right, made it to the gym after a very salty final sip to the pre-workout. We have back day today, so show you a few clips from today's back day. Sessions are getting hard now to kind of push through. Fatigue is high. Obviously the body's sore, body's tired, but it's where you just got to get in and get it done, you know, so yeah, easy.
Drip Eliante, pulling up, feeling like Harry Belafonte. Look at my racks, feel like Serena went hit from the back. Swing, pull like Jim, waves on swim, Anorak Tims with the tech. Butterfly doors on the Tesla, I just spend shit on gas.
$150, I be at the strippy club. Whiskey sippy cup, I be on like Disney Plus. Empress New Grove, on my cheese blue. Bitch got a twin and she let me hit it. Hold up. Freaky little mommy wanna suck me till I sleep. I can't even lie, yeah she being a little creep. Now she wanna airdrop me pic.
Right, cardio and training finished, and we are now going to be making our post-workout meal. So what we have is cream of rice. Most people have just been using this Mackenzie's rice flour that I think you can just get from Coles or whatever, but recently I have bought this creamy rice. It's almost exactly the same macros and so much better. So yes, please, we have 65 grams. Now, you can make it in the microwave, but I've been making it on the stove just to avoid spilling over. Obviously it bubbles up and shit, so it kind of helps you make sure it doesn't spill over. We are going to go with the chocolate one today, just 65 grams there. Mix it with a bit of hot water and get it going. Once again, obviously with dieting and being on prep, you do want to add as much water as possible, make it as voluminous as possible. So let that stir up, let it cook up a little bit, and then we will add the toppings afterwards. But this is already looking so good. What I like to do is kind of just before it's finished is give it a bit of a stir, add that into the bowl. Look at that consistency. Add all of that into the bowl, and then we are just going to finish it off in the microwave, let it fluff up a little bit, and add our protein, banana, and once again peanut butter just to finish it off. As you can see, that basically gives you a full bowl. Oh, fuck. There we go. After we finish that off in the microwave, we are going to add our 40 grams of protein powder. Running out. Obviously, I normally use All-Star, but just with these, this protein mixes best. A little extra. Just give that a nice little mix in. There we go. Gives it that nice little creamy look. And then what we do, we are going to add 80 grams of a banana. So on top of that, we are just going to be adding 70 grams of sliced up banana, and that is that. Then I like to just mix that in to the cereal. And the final aspect of this post-workout meal is, once again, the best invention ever. 25 grams of peanut butter, just lightly drizzled over the top. And that is going to be the final product. Once again, a teaspoon, always a teaspoon. And the total macros of this post-workout meal will take us to 70 grams of carbs, 15 grams of fat, and 46 grams of protein. So decent little hits of food here, but I am starving, so I'm gonna smash this, and I'll see you guys at meal number 3. Right, we have just been to the shops and are back with everything we need for meal 3. So meal 3 will consist of chicken breast, asparagus, some of this butternut pumpkin. I just buy the one that's in the bag already so that it works a lot easier. Shredded lettuce, as Sivam says, shredded to get shredded, and some basmati rice. And then just the spice I use on everything is this barbecue lovers no nasties, and some salt. Right, let's get into it. Right, starting off, we have just 30 grams of the raw basmati rice. So there we go, 30 grams raw rate. We add quite a lot of water to try to get it to spice up. We then have 170 grams raw weight chicken. 170 grams raw weight chicken, as always, just spiced with the barbecue lovers. You never go wrong with some barbecue spice. And wait for the pan to heat up. The butternut pumpkin we just throw in the air fryer, make it kind of like some chips. Throw it in there 20 minutes, and then we will piece it all together. Add one more of those bad boys. With the asparagus, like to salt it up really well. Get it nice and salty. Throw it in the pan with the chicken, just to start. There we have it. Meal number 3, all mixed up together, topped off with some tomato sauce. That is going to give us the total macros of, we have 35 grams of basmati rice, 125 grams of butternut pumpkin, 170 chicken, 50 grams of asparagus, and some lettuce, giving us the total macros of 39 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat, and 38 grams of protein. So really nice voluminous meal over here. I am going to enjoy it and see you guys at meal number 4 for today. And we are back. We are at Claire's house, coming out to finish up some work together, but we have here the wonderful meal 4. I think it's meal 4. I don't know, but we have 250 grams of potato, 200 grams of white fish, 50 grams of avo, and 50 grams of lettuce. So that gives us a total macro count of 28 grams of carbs, because we're using the light potatoes, 10 grams of fat, and 43 grams of protein. So this is a nice, pretty big meal as well. Can't put salt on it because you guys saw what happened in the last clip here with the pre-workout, but got some tomato sauce on top, and gonna smash this one out and see you at meal number 5. All right, meal number 5, pretty similar to 2 meals ago, meal number 3. We have 200 grams of white fish, 125 grams of the butternut pumpkin, but this time, instead of putting it in the air fryer to make like chips, we just steam it, because 125 grams is fuck all, and this is a pretty small meal, so we want to keep as much volume as possible. And then we just throw the rest of the shredded lettuce into it, and we're going to mix that up. And on this meal, we're going to add some organic barbecue coconut aminos, and that is going to be meal 5. So that comes to macros: 12 grams of carbs, fuck all, 2 grams of fat, and 34 grams of protein. So that's gonna be that meal. Gonna smash that one down now, and I'll see you at the final meal of today. And here we are, our final meal of the day, where we will be having 50 grams of casein protein. This is gonna be our last one just before bed, a nice slow digesting protein. Be full through the night and the body to recover. So just 50 grams of that. So we do, chuck some water in here, give it a bit of a stir up, make it nice and thick. And the secret is to put it in the microwave for 45 seconds, let it get nice and warm. And there you have a nice little dessert before bed on prep. Look at that. Nice, thick goodness. Gonna give this a nice little warm up. That is now nice and warm, ready to be consumed. The final macros for that are 4 grams of carbs, 1.5 grams of fat, and 37 grams of protein. So that takes our total macros for the day to 200 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, and 250 grams of protein. That's about 2,200 calories. That is my current training day at 4 weeks out. So that is it, full day of eating. Thanks for watching, thanks for staying tuned. Please give this video a like, subscribe, comment if you would like to see anything else, and I will see you guys in the next one.